representatives and councillors expected to transmit every knowledge garnered here for onward diffusion as officials seek to reverse local attitudes towards the environment in their quest to mainstream climate change in every sector.
This initiative is part of the first NAPA project, which is strengthening the Gambia's early warning system. And the capacity building initiative is to raise the awareness of the citizens of Banjul on the impacts of climate change on Banjul as a city, so that they can take measures that would ameliorate the impacts. We all know that over the years we have had a lot of flooding in the city. We have drainages that are being blocked, so what the people need to do is to be aware of those dangers and try to ensure that they don't put waste into the drainage.
Climate change may be an off-putting global reality, yet increased sanitation and attention to the environment joins a host of means which greatly aid to mitigate the effects of global warming. At the City Hall, discussions stretched out to a range of issues needing urgent solutions in Banjul. Everything from the efficiency of refuse collection, indiscriminate littering of gutters and waterways, the perilous fumes of century-old cars, the cutting of trees, even the proper upkeep of swamps which outline the city's periphery got a slice of deliberations.
Not all members of the community can be there, but the major stakeholders are represented or we are represented, and the information that they learn or the information that they gain from the workshop will be transmitted to the members of the community. So I think it is very, very timely, and now you have seen Banjul every year it's flooded, not by virtue of natural causes, but also there are some others that are man-made, man-made causes, and the people themselves can really mitigate those factors.
So getting the people more involved is very important.
Yeah, like the people have to take ownership, and they have to know that if they do A, this is the result. 1 + 1 equals 2, so they have to be practically involved, because they are the ones that live in the community. We are the ones that live in the community, and we are the major stakeholders. So anything that happens within our community, we are responsible.
Although the Gambia contributes less than 0.1% of global greenhouse gas emissions, the country is still vulnerable to the impact of climate change in several ways, which call for the building of local capacities to enhance resilience. An early warning system is the present solution being forwarded as officials move to raise awareness, courting collective action. Ibrahim Ajata, GRTS.
We'll be back with news from outside the Gambia after this break.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas from GRTS. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas from GRTS.
The world in your pocket.
The world on your mobile.
Get the latest top stories from all over the world directly from Al Jazeera Network straight to your AfriCell line. Breaking news,
political news,
and sport news.
Be the first to get the latest on everything happening around the world by SMS on your AfriCell line.
To subscribe, type SUB and send it by SMS to 7272.
And stay up to date with the latest news from Al Jazeera Network.
All the latest news stories and headlines from across the globe.
For $1 per day, only on your AfriCell line.
KGI Fashion Shop, Standard Chartered House, now brings you the very best for the Christmas and New Year. Ladies lingerie, dress and tops, fashion jewelry, house curtains, ladies wigs and mesh, ladies shoes and matching bags, incense, coats and blazers for ladies, and much, much more. Wonderful men's fashion, including men's shirts and trousers. The best prices in town at KGI Fashion Shop.
Step into the new year with top quality and affordable fashion wear.
KGI at Standard Chartered Bank next to the traffic light. KGI, where quality meets your purse.
Welcome back. Scores of people are reported dead after a boat capsized off the port of Bissau. The boat was carrying over 100 passengers when it ran into trouble. A number of other passengers, majority of whom are students returning from Christmas holidays, are reported missing. And leading Ivorian Bambara reggae singer Tiken Jah Fakoly has released a single calling for the people of Mali to rise up and reclaim the country from what he called aggressors. You have details of those stories and others in this CFI News Roundup.
At least 24 people were killed, with 9 others reported missing when a shuttle boat sank near the port of Bissau, the capital of Guinea-Bissau. The shuttle boat sank on Friday because of high seas and also because it was overloaded. Some 100 people were on board. Most were school children returning home in the Bijagos archipel for the Christmas holidays. Tiken Jah Fakoly, the famous singer from Côte d'Ivoire, has launched a call to mobilize for Mali. He did a song in the Malian Bambara language. We must rise up or Mali will be taken from us. It is a song of love for a country that welcomed him with open arms 10 years ago.
I'm a Rasta man, and we do not like war. But if dialogue fails, we must do what has been done in the past. Throughout history, whenever dialogue has failed, and we don't like to hear this, weapons must be used.
The single will hit the airwaves on December 31st and will be free for downloading. The only copy produced in CD format will be given to the President of Mali. The main opposition party in Ghana, the NPP, and its candidate Nana Akufo-Addo have filed a complaint in the country's Supreme Court. They are contesting the victory by incumbent President John Dramani Mahama in the first round of the presidential election 3 weeks ago. The complaint states that some 1.3 million votes were fraudulent. However, local observers stated that the officially declared results were the same as the results they themselves tabulated.
Leaders of the Community of the Central Africa countries are meeting in the Gabonese capital Libreville to devise plans of dealing with the current instability in the Central African Republic. A coalition of rebel fighters is cranking up pressure on President Francois Bozize in recent days. The seat of government in Bangui is under siege by the advancing rebel army. But as we hear in this report, regional leaders say they will send in an intervention force to deal with the rebellion.
Members of ECOWAS, the Economic Community of Central African States, are meeting in Libreville to set out a plan of action to quell an uprising in the Central African Republic. Leaders announced that a joint regional force would be sent to the capital, Bangui.
We already have around 500 to 560 men on the ground, and we approved the request prepared by the Secretary General of ECOWAS to increase this number, precisely to enable us to fulfill this intervention mission.
ECOWAS is urging President Bozize and the rebel alliance Seleka to hold talks without preconditions. Although both have agreed, fighting broke out on Friday in Bambari, where the president enjoys strong support. The rebels have advanced to within a few kilometers of Bangui. Residents fear the worst.
Weapons are not good. We are all brothers, and we must have a dialogue between brother and brother. This story of weapons is not good.
Women in Bangui organized a peace march last week. People are anxious that talks begin as soon as possible.
We want Central Africans in the bush and those here in the capital to go to the table in Gabon.
Although the government and Seleka have agreed to negotiate, the rebels continue their advance on the capital, emboldened by the lack of resistance from the army. Seleka are demanding that the government respect the 2007 accord, which includes their integration into the regular army.
Gone by back programs have become a fairly common thing in big cities in the United States. Police offer cash or gift cards, no question asked, for people who turn in weapons. In Los Angeles this week, they got what was unexpected. CNN's Quail Lang reports.
a rocket launcher. Not just one, but two.